Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lukhaup, and in this video I would like to take you with me to some of the most beautiful freshwater habitats on the planet. Of this video I will show you 8. I have visited 7 out of these 8, and there's one that I still want to visit desperately. I want to go there, but there was not the right time. But you will see in the end. I will start with my favorite, and that's Brazil. In this place or country, Brazil, there's a lot of freshwater habitats, of course, with fish, with water plants, beautiful water plants, with shrimp sometimes and other freshwater invertebrates. But of course, in our interests, first of all, is the fish. And Brazil has so much to offer when it comes to freshwater fish. We have a lot of them in the hobby. Freshwater invertebrates, not that many from Brazil, like shrimp or crabs, but with fish it's just mind-blowing. And for sure this is a place I want to visit again, because like I said, there's so many places in Brazil that have clear water, that have nice water to swim in or to snorkel. It's not too cold. So this place is just amazing. Just in this place here where I have been, this in Mato Grosso, the state of Mato Grosso, Pantanal. In some of the creeks or rivers here you have like 200 fish species, and I think that is one of the most interesting places to go, Brazil. I would really recommend that, and hopefully this September I will go again. My second place on the planet is Florida. I've been there so many times, and always the places, even if I go to the same places, the same place looks different because of weather, because of flooding, and it always changes, and this is so interesting. One year it looks great and the other year is a disaster, but I go every year there to check what is going on. And Florida is so nice because of course of the weather. On the other side, you have to be a little bit careful when you are in Florida waters, because there is alligators, and also in these springs that I show you here. But here we have beautiful water plants, we have fish, we have snails, we have shrimp and even crayfish. So that's why it's so interesting for me. Turtles, for example, as well. So there's the whole variety of what you can find in freshwater. You find it in Florida. And I really love this place, and I will return there probably every year because of the variety that it shows, and I just love Florida. So here we can see that even in a swamp, when you put your phone underwater or the camera, you find something that is just sitting there, like this little grass pike, I think it is called. This was in a little ditch, in fact, in the swamp. When it comes to the most exceptional place on the planet, for sure it is Colombia, Caño Cristales. And I went there like 10 years ago, if I remember well, and it was just mind-blowing. Something like this I have never seen. There's a lot of beautiful places with green water plants, but this place has a water plant that now it's called Rhincholachis clavigera. It was named different before. Macarena clavigera was the name before. As you can see here, it's a real water plant, it's not an algae. And I went specifically to look at this water plant because first it seemed to me that this is not real. So I went there and it was mind-blowing. The plants are such a intense color, but not in every place. The intense coloration of this plant depends on the light intensity. For example, here it's not that red or pink because there's probably trees around, and when there's trees around, not that much light hits the plant, so it is sometimes even green. So in places in the jungle or in the forest, the plant stays green. When it is in full sunlight, the plant is more red-pink, and you can find all different kinds of fish here as well. So of course this is also interesting for us, like this equidens that tries to protect his offspring or the eggs that it has there. But there's so many fish described from Colombia. Some of them we have also in the trade or in the hobby. And this is a place that I really think it's special. And here you can see the plant. This is also Rhincolachis clavigera, and here it is green. So you see that this really depends on how intense the sunlight is, but it can have all the colors. So that's why Caño Cristales is also called the River of Five Colors. Very impressive for me was also Sulawesi, the lakes in Sulawesi, freshwater lakes of course. Why are they so interesting? Because they are very clear, they are very warm, and if you swim there or snorkel there, it has like 28, 29 degrees Celsius, so like that's like sitting in a tub, in a bathtub, and just watching fish. There's not that many fish in these lakes, but there's a lot of beautiful shrimp, and I'm a shrimp person. I love freshwater invertebrates, and if you see here, these Caridina species, and we have many in the lakes, and all are so beautifully colored. Well, not all, but most of them, like 90% I would say, have really beautiful colors. And we have also some special plants here in the lake, like these ones that you see here, Alsmoides, that's the name, the species name. And there's a combination of fish that are not so colorful in my view, Telmaterina. Then you have the shrimp Caridina, you have beautiful freshwater snails that are also in these lakes. I think around 60 species, as far as I remember, of freshwater snails we have in these lakes. That is Tovuti Lake, Mahalona, Matano, and you have to be a little bit careful as well, because in these, and here you see the Telmaterina, there's two color modes, blue and yellow, but you have to take care when you snorkel here or when you swim here, because it has these big reptiles. They are about 5 meters, crocodiles, and when I was snorkeling here and filming, I always had to really watch out if I see something on the left or on the right, because one of the people that was on the boat, and I think he was fishing, he screamed at us that we should really take care, there's crocodiles here and we should not go into the water. And he showed us a photo of a crocodile that they got out of exact that same place 2 days before, as far as I remember, and it had 5 meters. So that's the only thing. This is a beautiful place, very interesting water plants, interesting endemic species in these lakes, so definitely worth to go and see it, because I think that some of the places in Sulawesi, they will be not the same anymore in the next 10, 15, 20 years, because introduced species, pollution, etc. And believe it or not, this is a place in Europe. In my view, this is the most beautiful river in Europe. It's in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and the river is called Trebijat. It has wonderful water plants, a variety of water plants. The water is kind of warm, not too cold, so it is a lot of fun to snorkel and swim there. And it has fish there. They're not very colorful, but anyway, interesting. And snakes. Never seen that many snakes in the river like here. And then we have some freshwater invertebrates, freshwater snails and freshwater shrimp. And not too far away from Bosnia and Herzegovina, there is Croatia, and they have this spot. I think it took me like 3 hours to drive from the place in Bosnia where I was before to visit this place, and it's called Blue Eye. The water is so cold. I mean, after 20 minutes I could not feel my legs anymore. It has some trout in it, like you see here, some gamaros, but it also has some beautiful plants in here. I heard some crayfish too, but I have not found any. Anyway, I think interesting place. When it comes to exploring, Papua New Guinea is my favorite place, and here we see Lake Aitinho, with Melanotenia bousmani, a rainbow fish, but my secret love, of course, is freshwater invertebrates, and we have a lot of new species when it comes to freshwater inverts and Papua. Nearly, I would say, every second species that I catch there is a new species, like this shrimp. We have just few shrimp and also snails described from Papua New Guinea. I have described, I think, 19 crayfish species from Papua, but also I discovered this snail. Maybe you have heard of it. It's called the blueberry snail, and it's very special colored. It's very intense. Look at this indigo blue with orange, and it's a life bearer, and it likes warmer water. So there's a lot of new fish species there. There's a lot of new crayfish species there still, and here we can see also the Java fern and another Melanotenia in the background there. The water is not always that clear, especially in the bigger rivers, but if it comes to new species for fish, for inverts, and even for insects, I think that every second species here is new to science, so this is what makes it so interesting. And here we see the habitat of the blueberry snail and also of crayfish. I could sit there in the water and watch these fish swim for hours. They are beautiful in the morning in the sunlight, and in fact I did it. I was there for like 2 hours just watching and filming, so I let you enjoy for a second. After I finished this video, I realized, ooh, I forgot Mauritius. I cannot do that because my friends Raji and Avi would kill me if I would not present Mauritius, because these places, there have been 2-3 places that have been really, really nice. Beautiful water plants in this one. And I think, as far as Raji told me, the water is not all the year that high. It has all the time water because there is freshwater inverts in there. But the plants at this time of the year and this time have been really exceptional. At least this is what Raji told me as far as I understood it. So it's worth presenting, and we found this species of shrimp there. It's a new species, very probably not. I did not find it, but Raji found it, so the credits go to him. But I think it's a mind-blowing shrimp. Beautiful place, one of the most interesting and fascinating places when it comes to freshwater shrimp for me. Mind-blowing. And believe it or not, but this is Germany. Yes, some of the plants are introduced, that's true, like the Elodea here, but we also have some beautiful native plants. The only thing that I could say is a little bit more difficult is that it's really cold usually, the water, because these are all springs or spring-fed creeks, so the water is cool. We have some mosses, yes, we have some endemic plants like this one. But this one is widespread. The water is ice cold, so after 20 minutes here also I could not feel my feet anymore. But it's so peaceful and calm here. We have beavers here, we have trout in these creeks. I have never found a crayfish here, but in other creeks I know that there are. But the water is clear and it's beautiful, so I thought I will present you this. And this one creek that is close to my house, I go there like every summer, and it always looks different depending on the water levels, but it is always beautiful. And in my view of what I have seen in Germany, this is the most beautiful creek in Germany. If you know better, let me know and I will go there. And this is a spot I really want to visit in the next time. This is a video I got from my friend Thomas Minesi. He's from the Congo, and always when I see this place I just want to go there, but the political situation is a little bit difficult, so I guess I have to wait a little bit. But look at this, isn't this mind-blowing? I mean, I want to snorkel there. It's water plants, it's fish, and I have to see what Thomas says when I can go. Hey, by the way, if you want to check out Thomas Minesi, he's on Instagram. I follow him on Instagram, so it's easy to find. I will put the link for Thomas under this video, because you have to go and take a look. He does some really great work and some mind-blowing images also, so check him out. So what you have seen is Lukhaup in Congo, but Thomas knows another spot as well that has some really beautiful anubias. I have made a video about anubias, so you can check that out, because there you will see this place, or these places. I think it was 1 or 2 places, I'm not exactly sure, but I find it very interesting to look at anubias in the wild because it's widespread in the trade. So I hope you like this video, because these are my favorite places on the planet, and I always, when I watch these images and this film, I will remember these places and I want to go back. So thanks a lot for watching, and thanks for enjoying these places with me, and I hope I find some new places. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good time. Cheers. See you soon.